But uh, I think it could be really good for our division, even if Izzy loses. Like, as long as Jan is competitive and it's a good fight, and he shows that he is the champion of the world for a reason. Obviously, if he beats him, that's huge for our entire division. It shows how strong we are and how good our champion is. And we've all played this round robin thing where some of us have beat this guy and he beat that guy, but I beat him. And like, so we're like, if Jan beats Izzy, we're all fairly comparable up there at the, like in the top 10, like any kind of one of those guys could beat any other guys. So um, that would be phenomenal. But even if Jan loses, but it's a close fight and he's competitive and he has a good showing, I still think it still really highlights our division.
So how do you see that fight going down? Well, what would be your prediction if you had to, if you were an analyst for this one? How do you see it going down?
I think stylistically it definitely favors Izzy. Jan is he's not crazy mobile. He does have a habit of standing in front of people. He doesn't have really dynamic head movement or footwork. He just kind of plods forward, and he has this amazing ability to like slow the fight down to his pace. He did it to Thiago Santos at the very beginning, and then Thiago was able to turn it back up, and that's where Jan got caught. But he did it to Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes fights very fast. He has a lot of movement, and Jan was able to drag him kind of in his kind of slow, methodical type of fight. If he can do that to Izzy, I think he has an opportunity to be super successful. But I just don't see Israel doing that. He's too dynamic of a striker. Um, but Jan is really big. I've been next to both of them, and it's very clear that those guys are separated. It seems by more than two weight classes. Jan is a big dude. He's so big. Um, so I don't know what that looks like. Izzy's hard to get a hold of, so maybe that size isn't really an issue. Um, well, I don't know if Izzy's power will translate to light heavyweight, but he's not really known as that power striker. He's kind of like Connor. He's crazy accurate, and his timing is really superior to anybody else that he fights. So I think like punching power comparably to the rest of the division, I bet Israel's not even in the top 10 as far as the actual strength of the strike. It's on the button every time, and it's in the perfect spot every single time. So I don't know. I mean, I would favor Israel just because he's been so dominant up to this point, um, over guys that have semi-similar styles to Jan. I think the only real thing that changes anything is his size. But he's crazy hard to get. I mean, how long we've been saying, well, if he gets taken down, we'll see what it looks like. Like, it hasn't happened yet. So I mean, he's done a phenomenal job of kind of guarding that part of his game.